Welcome back to the Mr. Showtime Showcast. Something bothering me. Okay, there's certain things that have played out that are that have aligned a little too perfectly to be true. As you saw the video title, uh, you know how Cat Williams. I don't want to say predicted, but he was right. He was correct when he said that 2024, all these Hollywood elites are going down in flames. Considering the whole P Diddy indictment and arrest and whatnot, and some celebrities deleting their tweets, including Usher and Pink, along with several other rappers that yeah that have been trying to have their comeuppance, and P Diddy was they were under P Diddy, right? Man, look, are we being played? Is this whole thing being played out as a script? Because, like I said, you have the whole Simpsons predicted this. Simpsons predicted the next president. Yeah. I'm sure a lot of people have watched those predictions. And my thing is, I don't think there are predictions. We are being played like puppets. The people that are in control, the Agent Smiths, they've premeditated these events to happen. And then they frame it as, oh, it's a prediction. No, not really. I think the people that are running us, they have so much power and so much money. Money doesn't even mean much. When you have so much power and money becomes numb. If figuratively speaking, it becomes numb. To the point where you have so much power, you just feel like playing people like strings, such as what happened in 2020. They know it's BS, and they did it anyway because these Agent Smiths, they find pleasure in playing people like puppets. Like again, when the world is literally at your feet, you have so much global power and dominance. What else is there? Oh, let's just play people, right? Let's just create a fake right out there. And then when I tell them it's hovering in the ethers, and they must take the hokey pokey, playing with people's lives, and they find pleasure out of that. That's what psychopaths do. That's what sociopaths do. Now, coming back to, and it's not just the that we've been played with. I mean, again, I did a breakdown of how Hollywood movies have been giving us signs of what's to come. I Am Legend, Hindsight 2020, John Wick, Secret Societies, The Matrix, right? I heard Obama brought out, created a new movie called Leave the World Behind. Look, let us question how most celebrities, in Hollywood and whatnot, we all know at this point that whatever message or narrative that they spew, they've been told to say that. It's not their genuine, authentic opinion. Only this time, it is kind of like suspicious. I don't know, maybe Cat Williams knew something, but still, even if he did know, let's take a scenario that he did know, and he wasn't being controlled by his handlers and agents and whatever. Let's just say Cat Williams was, he knew something. Wait, I lost my train of thought. But still, it's still too good to be true. Why is it now he hinted over at Shannon Sharp's podcast, Club Shay Shay. He hinted that, all these celebrities are going down and the truth shall come into light. Why is it happening also perfectly? What does Cat Williams himself know? What does he know? And why in 2024? Because this interview came out earlier this year. Let's just say January. This interview came out in January. And of course, lo and behold, now scandals are coming out with P Diddy. And what did he know? Did he know? Did he not know? Even if, let's take a scenario that he didn't know. These talent agents and handlers of theirs, I mean, anytime they're about to do a movie, or they're about to, post something online on their social media platforms. Hold on. Anytime that they want to post something on their social media, they sift it, right? They sift check it to see that, does this go along with our narrative? If yes, okay, you can post it. If no, you cannot post it. You cannot say that. Why was Cat Williams allowed by his handlers to say that? Did he go against his handlers? Ice Cube doing podcasts with Joe Rogan, highlighting how Oprah is no longer inviting them to the club because he spoke out against, certain agendas of theirs, such as, censoring freedom of speech and whatnot. Folks, are the people that we perceive to be red-pilled, or they're finally coming out and they're sharing truth, are they really further, yet other agents of the system, other agents of the matrix, posing as red pillars, just to give us a feeling of hope that, look, some Hollywood celebrities are coming out. They're finally waking up. Are they really? And even if they are they controlled opposition? We have to ask ourselves that question, because I can't stress this enough. Neo, at the end of Matrix Revolutions, finally came to the realization that the concept of the one, the anomaly, was a lie when he told Morpheus in the ship, the Nebuchadnezzar ship, when he told Morpheus, when after Neo chose to, with the architect's room, where he had to choose to save humanity with the door on the right, or to save Trinity to the door of the left. And Neo chose to open the door on the left, right? And he bursted out flying and like Superman, and then he saved Trinity, took the bullet out of her, and then, they unplugged back into the real world. And then Neo was just sitting there, just realizing that the prophecy of the one is a lie. It's yet another plight of control. And then Morpheus had his doubts, because he believed in the whole idea of a savior, the one, the anomaly. Should we really come to the realization that maybe there are no heroes? Should we come to the realization that maybe there is no red pill? No, now we have the red pill community, which I'm proud to be a part of, the manosphere. But is what we're doing, are we are we, in a sense, still perpetuating the delusions of the Matrix? Are we really playing into their hands? Is it really like delusion that we can save the day and Trump can drain the swamp, even though he didn't do it the first time when he was in a perfect position to do so? And his loyalties to Israel, which are very concerning and shocking, to say the least. Is the red pill actually the blue pill in disguise? How did Cat Williams know that this year is going to be the year of which truth is going to be shed into light? Now that the P Diddy, although the Harvey Weinstein came before, in 2017, fine. But it's too much of a coincidence. It's too good to be true, to if you ask me. Which now leaves us in a position, or at least me, leaves me in a position to just wonder. Because I'm always trying to go a step further and beyond. Is it futile? Is it pointless? Are we just yet pieces of the chessboard? It's just like a little toddler playing with, action figures. You get the bad guy action figure and then the good guy action figure, yay. Meanwhile, the good guy action figure doesn't realize that he's being controlled, and this figure will perform whatever actions that the puppeteer wants it to do. It's already been deciphered that, a lot of the Tradcons are controlled opposition because they're afraid to answer the Jewish question. Until Fresh and Fit opened the floodgates. And now more and more content creators are JQing, such as Candace Owens. The Hodge twins have recently, uttered, saying, making fun of the Jews. We will only succeed only as far as they will allow us. Because look at Elon Musk. Right now, we're busy championing Elon Musk for saving free speech by buying Twitter. Twitter X. Twitter. Yet, we've seen him over in Auschwitz during the Holocaust Remembrance Day, pledging allegiance to, the Agent Smiths. And in the Middle East, I heard that now the government over there is trying to usher in biometric fingerprints. And to anyone who doesn't comply, they're going to zero out your bank account like that. Because they're trying to usher in digital currency, stuff this whole globalist agenda. Elon Musk are powerful. Elon Musk is not as free as you think. He's not a free person. Okay? He also sold his soul to, be one of the richest men in the world. You don't get that you don't become that powerful without being controlled. No one is free, ladies and gentlemen. Nobody is free. Nobody is free. At least not as much as you think. Because Elon Musk himself is, still... I like his company, SpaceX, for trying to, explore the universe. That's good. To the point where we reach capabilities of building ships like in Star Trek. I think we would like that, but there's a popular saying that goes like this: the future looks bright. No, ladies and gentlemen, the future is dark. The future is very dark. The future is dark. What else do you want to say? Nobody's free. You don't become the richest man in the world like being totally free. And Elon Musk is still trying to put microchips in our brains to help them think for us. Meanwhile, they're like MK Ultra is real. It is alleged that these mass shootings, these people that commit mass shootings, it used to be alleged years ago that these people suffer from depression and whatnot, right? Anxiety. And then, these are incels and they just wanted to, be heard, and that's why they committed like these mass genocide, these mass shootings. Until, we learned about MK Ultra, mind control. The government, we don't know yet how they do it, but the government with MK Ultra, you basically like the government makes people commit certain crimes or certain acts or certain things, which opens up a whole can of worms into exactly who else has been brainwashed to do and say certain things in the public limelight. The person who tried to, assassinate Donald Trump, that kid, that teenager, MK Ultra. I wouldn't be surprised. Ryan Ruth, that guy who tried to assassinate Trump at his golf course. MK Ultra. A lot of these people just seem unhinged. They seem brainwashed, as if someone was controlling their minds. MK Ultra. And there's certain conspiracies that haven't been fully debunked or fully explained yet, fully exposed, but it's seeping out. I think with regards to MK Ultra, if people knew for a fact that certain people over the years have been doing insane things because of MK Ultra, society would just totally lose their minds. We would just like lose all trust in and credibility and with everything that has panned out. How free are we? If we are at all. We know that at this point freedom of speech is not, shout out to Elon Musk for allowing Nick Fuentes back on Twitter. How did Cat Williams know? Yes, more and more developments are going to come about with the whole P Diddy thingy. But yeah, look, all I'm saying is maybe some of us, maybe we have to be red-pilled beyond the red pill. And what do I mean by that? And that's realizing that both the red pill or the blue pill are both tools of control. Whether you're red pill or blue pill, doesn't matter. I'm starting to come to that realization that maybe there are no heroes. I hope I'm wrong. But the idea, I can't just... I'm finding it hard to just like come to terms with that. Because, there are these theories that, in the movie The Matrix, even the real world, Zion is yet a further extension of The Matrix. You cannot escape the grid. Because the grid is everywhere. Cat Williams broke the internet with that particular interview. And think about it. if the Agent Smiths didn't really want us to realize certain things about Hollywood, how about because they sell their soul, and every man that has ever worn a dress has become successful. Kevin Hart, Dwayne Johnson, Will Smith, a lot of them. Every male actor who's become successful, big in Hollywood, has worn a dress, has participated in the humiliation ritual, because the Baphomet statue. You have to worship the transgender deity, and I hate to call it that. You have to worship the Baphomet deity. You want to have access to the world. You want to have the global attention in the form of followers and subscribers and fame and fortune. Yeah, worship the devil. Sell your soul. Participate in the unholy ritual. Pay tribute and homage and pledge to Baphomet. And that's by transgender, because Baphomet is the transgender deity. How do you do that? Male actors wear dresses. Females, be masculine and empowered with the whole woman empowerment agenda. Another thing I want to talk about is how P Diddy and how Harvey Weinstein ushered in the Me Too movement has destroyed relationships forever. I don't think there's any coming back from this. And if there is, it's going to take a lot. Folks, relationships have been ruined because I'll quote a certain CGA calls him the gatekeeper of the manosphere. I'll quote Rollo Tomasi. He said, observing the process changes the process. And what have we done with this whole internet sensation of doing podcasts and collaborations, talking about 5 steps of how to maintain your marriage, 10 steps to get an ex back, how to deal with rejection. Our parents, our forebearers, our forefathers, they never did this. They never discussed this. It just came naturally. And now, because of, the content and the messages that we are programmed by in these movies, such as, American Pie, a lot of these cheesy Hollywood movies, programming us to be, less masculine and programming women to be more masculine. Now relationships have gone in the gutters. Because now we've disconnected men and women. They don't know how to relate to each other. And now came about these relationship advice videos. And they came up with books. Feminists have came up with books such as, I don't know what, Neil Strauss is not a feminist. Neil Strauss came out with a book called The Game. And another feminist came out with a book called, I don't know what, the rules, whatever, I forget, you know what I'm talking about. That have now eliminated that authenticity, that modesty between men and women. Because now, both genders are trying to play each other. Both genders now are trying to get something from one another in an inauthentic manner. Men are trying to get sex from women. Women are trying to get resources and provision. We are at odds with each other. Both genders no longer trust each other. We're at odds. We're constantly trying to play each other directly and indirectly. Guy asks a girl out on a date. Guy's anxious. Girl says, "Oh, he's trying to ask me out on a date. He just wants one thing." Now, I remember that book called The Rule, the 90-day rule, thanks to Steve Harvey. Oh, he's just trying to get something out of me. And then her friends are influencing her. "Oh, girl, you deserve better than that. Oh, these boys are just trying to play you. They just want one thing. They're just trying to take advantage over you. They're just..." We're at odds. We've heard stories of rich, famous professional athletes being divorce raped by these thoughts, trying to, take half their stuff. You know that Moroccan player from Morocco, that soccer player from Morocco who signed the majority, let's just say all of his assets to his mother, in his mother's name, and then as soon as he got married, his wife divorced him, thinking that she was going to entitled. She thought that she was going to get half all his assets, or half, whatever. That's part of the reason why Cristiano Ronaldo is not married to Georgiana. I'm sure he has feelings for her, the mother of his child, but there's a reason why he's not married to her. Not because he's a jerk. I don't think so, but he's playing the game. He's trying to play it safe, because if Cristiano Ronaldo gets married to Georgiana, she has now leverage over him to just divorce him and take his assets. Suck him dry. No pun intended. So both genders are now have totally been disconnected, because we no longer trust each other. We're no longer trying to build. We're in competition with each other. When was the last time you saw, MGTOW it's irrelevant at this point. When was the last time you saw a mindful attraction video? When was the last time you saw an RSD video? Owen Cook? These content creators, I'm sure they still make content, but they are no longer relevant, although they still make videos. Some of them have just flat out disappeared because of, Andrew Tate, and the lines have been blurred between human sex trafficking and coercion and taking advantage over females. The pickup artistry is gone. That you could be, charged criminally for human sex trafficking. Just simply asking a woman out on a date could be considered a crime nowadays. At least it's definitely heading there. Hey? Folks, this is what the devil does. The devil does everything opposite to what God created. At least he tries. Relationships are in the gutter. Look at the setup, at least in the United States. Look at the setup of, the marriage laws and divorce laws and whatnot. You get married, your wife can, because the prime reason why women get married to men is for resources. They want to be taken care of. Nothing wrong with that. But now they're incentivizing the breakups of couples. You can get married today and your wife can say, "Aha, got you. Now I've secured the bag." Look what happened with from Fresh and Fit, Walter Weeks, with that Asian lady trying to expose him that she's pregnant. She may not be pregnant. She might be, faking. But she's trying to play out the idea that she can run to court and say, "Hey, this is Fresh's baby," and then have paternity fraud ensue, and then now Fresh is ordered to pay child support because Fresh apparently he's loaded with money. Do you see now people come together not for the sake of family, but just because they want to leech financially off of each other, or at least the women are trying to leech off of the men. Nowadays, I'm seeing women that are prostitutes who are getting married. Nowadays, people are getting married who really are not suitable for marriage. The world is upside down, folks. Society as we know it is upside down. Have you noticed? So yeah, I hope this gave you a dose of. Look, I'm still proudly red pill, but maybe the red pill that we think there's a red pill beyond the red pill. I hope there is. Relationships are in the gutter. I mean, these media portrayals of P Diddy being arrested for sexual crimes. I'm not in any shape or form defending him. He's innocent till proven guilty for a fact. Harvey Weinstein, Bill Cosby. This is what scares people to engage in relationships, because they're thinking, oh, what if it's me next? What if the next girl I meet, she plays me and then she divorce grades me and then takes all my assets, my money? Or what if I get a woman pregnant and now she's entitled to me paying child support for the next 18 years? Or more, depending on what state we're talking about. They have incentivized, the Agent Smiths have incentivized the collapse of relationships and society as a whole. Look how awkward it is right now. You listening to me? They're incentivizing compliance. We all saw what happened in 2020, and look at what bet your lucky stars they're gonna try to force make you to force you to comply again. Only next time it's gonna be worse. They may not bring back the but they're gonna bring back something far more sinister. Why? Because you failed the test the first time. Now they've seen your weakness. They're gonna zero out your bank account. We have something called BRICS nations. The BRICS Nations Alliance: Brazil, India, China, Russia, and South Africa. I know I didn't say it in the order, but you know what I'm saying. They're trying to usher in a global digital currency. It may fail, but it's not going to completely disappear. We may defeat it. It's not going to completely disappear. Oh no. We may win the battle of trying to, shut it down, but as technology continues to evolve, it's gonna come back. I mean, we're already swiping with our credit cards or debit cards, whatever, to purchase. We already have online banking. With just a simple push of a button on your smartphone. Folks, and look, I think the future of dating, movies such as Ready Player One and Total Recall and The Matrix, I mean, we're already there. Where you can men now, instead of trying to get into relationships for sexual pleasure, now married men are already going to strip clubs to get sexual pleasure with a fistful of 20s. And then, a stripper can just give them the pleasure for the night and, Bob's your uncle. Why would you now feel the need to go out and actually pursue a female suitor? Put in some effort by pursuing a female. I mean, pornography is free on the internet. It's a free outlet to just get your rocks off. We are heading now to a time where, androids, we already have sex dolls. That's gonna, improve into actual androids who look a lot like females, and men are just gonna screw it. An android is not really gonna file sexual harassment, human trafficking charges against me, is she? Because she's an android. She's just a hunk of metal with algorithms, and she looks it looks like a female. So yeah, I'm gonna bang it, and that's how I'm gonna get my rocks off. And that's now the separation of the gender, the collapse of marriage and relationships, and when you have destroyed marriages and relationships, and people are no longer enticed to engage in relationships and marriage, we have a broken society. A society full of broken people. Do you not see? Yes, androids are they're gonna be a real thing. You're gonna see men in relationships and marrying androids. Because what is it that men want? I mean, you can program this thing to act exactly how you want. To, not talk as much. You can just simply mute it. Like, it does exactly what you want. And most men will sign up for it like, oh, sign me up. Which leaves women in the dust. But no. They're going to say to women, oh, no, you don't need these men. Big zaddy government is going to take care of you. In the form of, stimulus checks. Here in South Africa, we call them grants. Folks, if we want to win, we have to find a way to, narrow government reach. Because right now they're overreaching. They're encroaching on your rights. And I think the final frontier is not necessarily freedom of speech, but it's gun rights. In America, do you call it the Second Amendment? Yeah, your rights to possess firearms. Because if you don't have firearms, they're gonna kick down your door and they're gonna point you at hold at gunpoint. It's not necessarily a freedom of speech because you can say whatever you want, but if a person is holding you at gunpoint, they have dominion over you. Folks, we have got to find a way to nullify government overreach. If you've been watching this far, thank you so much for watching. And remember, the Matrix has you. Follow the white rabbit and don't fall for the psyops. Thank you for watching. Cheers.